Trying to keep just match these guys. Utah 2 for 13 from the field to start it as Draymond Green buries a three and has his tear down to the Utah fans in the front row. Dante Exum, his first playing time.
I love Draymond Green. He gets in with fans in every arena. I really do. I like that.
And Draymond Green, who has been lights out from behind the arc, shooting over 50% from three-point range in the postseason. Nothing but net.
Yeah, nice little drive. Simple little drive kick. And when Draymond Green is making that three, it's almost an impossible cut because his ability to drive and pass is elite at that four spot in the NBA. He's making shots that just another problem for the defenders.
JaVale McGee is in for Zaza Pachulia. Here's Joe Johnson. Gets deep but cannot score. Johnson has had a tough time scoring the basketball in the paint. Remember, he was a force against the Clippers in Utah's win in 7 games in the first round. A lot of that had to do with Joe Johnson's effectiveness. Exum matching up against Green. Hot pass. Curry comes away with the ball. Shot clock to 2. In the corner, Curry. No.
Well, he just shut the lights off with that one. That was a bad offensive possession. He's been shooting the ball so well, and really is impressed with so much his ability to get points for this Utah team against a really stingy Golden State defense.
So a string of 8 consecutive misses by Utah. And Hayward continues to impress as Rodney Hood fouls Draymond Green. Now Draymond Green to the line for two. Green hitting his first 2 buckets, and now hits his first free throw. Time for the cold hard facts presented by Coors Light. Stephen Curry now with 66 consecutive playoff games with a three-pointer made. He is the all-time NBA leader of Reggie Miller. And Chris Miller's streak was from 1995 to 2000. He went 44. Reggie Miller's streak began in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. It ended against the Bucks in 2000. Steph Curry is a runaway train as that mark continues his push. Hood misses again. So Rodney Hood off to a start. He was over the board. He's over 3. Iguodala hits a little mid-range on the other end.
And that was a tough shot. That way the Rodney Hood to take a shot. He took all one-on-one, no ball movement. That's not the way Utah plays. They try to get their ball and try to create their shots for each other.
Utah 3 for 16. Joe Johnson makes a 3 for 17 now, tracked down by Hayward. Utah needed something good to happen quickly. Hayward, he pulls it.
Hold on, y'all.
Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit.
Howie Russo. His on-off splits are the best here. Yeah, but his offensive win shares didn't even break 4. Come on.
My shit, Modelo.
What do you think?
My trade-off analytics indicate no one creates more space on offense. This allows him to nail a jumper from a densely populated urban area.
What you're trying to say is from way downtown.
I am still learning.
I can see that.
Hey, curly-haired man. Hey, you're going to want to sit down for this. Because you can get a large 2-topping Pizza Hut pizza for $7.99 delivered. And with the new Pizza Hut delivery tracker, we'll text you when your order's on the way. The best pizza delivery deal, now easier to track. Cricket has something epic for you. Our plan started only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
When you have pre-diabetes.
Pre-diabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get pre-diabetes.
Wait, what?
I mean, just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for pre-diabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Wow, we just closed on our new house. It's a dream come true. Thank goodness we went to our local lender, James B. Nutter. Nutter gave us a quick pre-approval so we could shop for the home we've always wanted, put down an offer, and buy it the minute we found it. Nutter helped us and our real estate agent every step of the way. And when we were ready to buy, Nutter closed the loan fast and on time. It's true what they say. If you're in the market for a new home, you'd be nuts not to go to Nutter.
Time for the stat of the night presented by Corona Extra. How about this, Kevin? The home team this year, when facing elimination, is winless. 0 for 8. Golden State and Cleveland responsible for 3 of those losses for the home team in those closeouts. That's not something we've seen over the last few years. Usually you get into a home scenario and want to win one for your home team, but
Respected alliances all help to maintain the natural harmony. deepest canyons, steep cliffs, and hidden geological jewels. These islands harbor some of the most spectacular wildlife on the planet, including creatures found only here. The interplay between water, sand, and coral has created unique ecosystems to feed and shelter animals. It is the wonder and beauty of the Bahamas. Fine sand extends out along hundreds of miles of shoreline around the Bahamian Islands, which supply ideal foraging for creatures like coastal bottlenose dolphins off Bimini. Adults can be up to 12 feet long and are dark gray on top with lighter shades underneath, making them less visible to predators below. Dolphins can hear sounds at frequencies 10 times higher than humans. They have a unique way to detect hidden food called crater feeding. When dolphins dive, many above the level of human hearing. The way the sound bounces back off the ocean bottom helps them determine whether prey might be hiding beneath the sand. As the dolphin approaches a target, it emits faster clicks. When these clicking sounds echo back to the dolphin, they create an image of the prey. Locked on its target, the dolphin dives in head first. By beating its strong tail, the dolphin digs into the sand to pull out the fish, squid, or invertebrate, leaving a crater behind. It surfaces for a breath before going back for seconds. Bottlenose dolphins consume 5% of their body weight each day, up to 26 pounds of food. If the dolphins are hungry and the sand patch is rich with prey, these crater feeding sessions can last for hours. sharks in the world. The oceanic whitetip is now considered critically endangered in the northwest and western central Atlantic. A true blue water species, they are not usually seen near shore and are difficult to find and study. Oceanic whitetips are named for the distinctive white patches on their fins. The rounded dorsal and pectoral fins are large compared to other sharks. Shark
Good morning, Herr Minister. Going to the next step, please. This following in German. Jew pig. I have a proposition to make. Not now. This is an unorthodox idea. Please be quiet. The crazy thoughts of mine have worked in the past. Pick me up. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. God would most likely disapprove of this idea, but I would convince him. Move in with me, Betty. No. Haven't given me enough.
Late for your lecture.
The lecture can wait.
Fine. Since you have so much time, should we adjust your schedule? The Telegraph, Life magazine, and the Los Angeles Times have all requested interviews. And please don't forget to invite Minister Rothschild to dinner on Sunday.
Betty, move in with me.
You have a wife.
I adore.
You're insane.
I'm quite
rational, actually. Monogamy is not natural. It is a construct of religious authority. The foolish faith in authority, my dear Betty, is the first enemy of truth.
Truth being that rules don't apply to you.
I love Mozart and Bach. I love the Swiss Alps and the Baltic Sea. Why can't I love you and Elsa?
For a man who is an expert on the universe, you don't know the first thing about people, do you?
Forgive me, Betty. Perhaps triangular geometry is not as simple as I'd like it to be.
Professor Einstein's office. Yeah, one moment, please. It's in the middle of it.
Come. Not now.
I apologize. The professor is busy. May I take a message? Yes, Frau. She said it's urgent.
As you said, I'm late for my lecture. What is time? A deceptively simple question, yet it is the key to understanding relativity. It is also the reason my hair has gone grey. When we describe motion, we do so as a function of time. 10 meters per second, 100 miles per hour. But the mathematical description of velocity is moot, unless we can define time. Is time universal? In other words, is there an audible tick-tock throughout the galaxy? A master clock, so to speak, forging ahead like Mozart's metronome? The answer, my friend, is no. Time is not absolute. In fact, for us believing physicists, the distinction between the past, present, and future is but a stubborn illusion. A lot to consider, I know. But understanding time is essential to understanding relativity. Now, I want you all to close your eyes. Not to worry, I don't bite, but I am on the lookout for a new pen. Close your eyes. To truly grasp the idea of time, we must take a step back and ask, what is light? Journey with me to the sun. Light travels from the sun to the earth through space, yes? When I was your age, I wanted to know, how can something light travel through nothing, space? Let us isolate a light beam and travel alongside it. And let us go faster. You're there with me. Faster. Faster. What is time? Einstein, wake up.
I wasn't sleeping, sir. I was thinking.
Oh, really? About what exactly?
The secrets of the cosmos, I suppose.
I suggest you think about trigonometry instead, with your eyes open.
And sit up.
Laws of sines and cosines. Now, Einstein, are you still too busy contemplating the secrets of the cosmos to solve this equation?
Oh, no, sir. I've already solved it.
Leave. Now.
On what offense?
Your mere presence spoils the respect of the class for me.
That is not an objective reason.
Out!
natural log of 1 plus v squared. And since v equals y over x, that gives us the final function x squared plus y squared minus cx cubed equals 0. Speaking truthfully, sir, your mere presence spoils my respect for the future of Prussian mathematics. Out.
What do you have to say for yourself?
How do people get pleasure by me? What are you talking about?
Your mother, sister, and I are moving to Italy.
Italy? I don't understand. Why?
Big demand for street lamps in Milan.
What about the business here?
Our business is bankrupt.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's not your concern.
Let me come with you, please.
Albert, you don't speak Italian. How would you expect to go to school?
I learn Italian. I learn faster than anyone has ever learned it before. So you're abandoning me?
No. I'm looking out for your future. It's time you learn to be independent and take responsibility for yourself. Live with your cousins until your studies are complete. Now go back to school. He won't be coming back. All over the world, millions of species clash in nature's savage battle of survival. On land, in the water, and in the air, all are locked in deadly conflict. Animals fight tooth and claw to win food, territory, and rights to the bloodline. From the Namibian desert to the Amazon rainforest, there are no rules. This is Animal Fight Night. A lioness and a female cave buffalo are engaged in full-on war. The lone lioness has her sights set on the buffalo's 3-month-old calf. But at 5 feet tall and weighing 1,000 pounds, this buffalo mother is an unstoppable force. Every time the lioness gets near to the helpless calf, the mother steps in and shuts down the attack. as good as dead. She can't get too close to the buffalo's 20-inch horns. She has to decide whether pursuing the kill is worth the risk. This hunt could end in dinner or disaster. Just before the lioness can make a choice, the bulldozing buffalo makes it for her. The calf looks safe. It's not over. Lions are highly intelligent, and they're also masters of deception. They can vanish behind tall grass in a split second. It's how they stalk prey. As the buffalo mom chases the lioness off, she loses sight of her. The lioness vanishes. The calf is now alone and exposed. Suddenly, the predator emerges from her hiding place and attacks. It looks like game over for the calf. But the buffalo mother returns in the nick of time. She slams into the lion. And fights off repeated attacks. But just when it looks like the cat has given up, the situation gets drastically worse for the buffalo. The action has attracted the attention of not one, but two more pride lionesses. The desperate mother fights on, but is fooled into a second trap. One of the lionesses lures her into a chase, and then a second corners her. She's caught between two full-grown killer cats, and knows that just yards away, the third already has her calf. Family is a lion's major strength. Today, it's the buffalo's weakness. It's all over for the baby. And her courageous mother. Animals that live in groups have a natural advantage. They can rely on each other for food, warmth, and protection. But in some species, a pack can become a...
Using that link and how good he is from that range. Kevin Durant. First postseason runs in there with the Warriors. One of the all-time great postseason scorers. Utah holding serve. Golden State in the bonus, by the way, after that foul. And there's a play by Johnson and the airball. So 10 airballs in this one. It's not a green airball. Quick three. He could make that for sure. Opportunity kept it alive. Livingston here. And it's Utah basketball. And we got a timeout on the floor. Take a breather. 14-0 run by the Jazz. They're within 15. Golden State at 46-31.
You might not ever just stand there looking at it. You may never even sit in the backseat. Maybe you should.
Introducing McDonald's new signature crafted recipes, like the pico guacamole sandwich, with guacamole made from half avocados, pico de gallo made with Roma tomatoes, and served with a fresh lime wedge on chicken or seared beef.
At Coors, our mountain is creating a more sustainable world.
It's why we pioneered the recyclable can and made our breweries landfill-free. Coors Light, whatever your method, I'm on.
Wow, we just closed on our new house. It's a dream come true. Thank goodness we went to our local lender, James B. Nutter. Nutter gave us a quick pre-approval so we could shop for the home we've always wanted, put down an offer, and buy it the minute we found it.
Likely to become very famous indeed. As famous as the original Einstein. Supermassive black holes. Brooding dark masses that can engulf whole worlds.
The universe is full of strange things, but there's nothing stranger than a black hole.
But science is now on the cusp of solving their biggest mysteries.
Trying to make an image of a black hole is probably one of the hardest things you can think of to do. We're trying to see the unseen.
Could these new discoveries open up incredible opportunities for our species?
Maybe they actually access different dimensions of space and time.
To find out, we will hunt down the biggest, baddest black holes in the cosmos and investigate how their inner secrets could revolutionize our understanding of the universe.
I see black holes as the key arena where we can change the course of time.
Of our cosmos, there is one mysterious object that is so strange it confounds even the greatest minds. Supermassive black holes.
It can eat up a star, it can eat up a planet, it can eat up a person, or it can eat up another black hole. The black hole will absorb it and grow larger as a consequence.
You know, if you go into one, you're never going to tell your friends about it because you'll never escape.
Black holes are the ultimate prediction of Einstein's most famous theory, relativity. His equations state that anything with mass distorts space and time itself. Black holes have so much mass crushed into a tiny volume, they bend space and time so far that very strange things happen.
To me, the weirdest thing about a black hole is that it actually can stop time. It can actually collapse space itself. I can't imagine anything weirder than that.
This distortion of space is so extreme, it also makes black holes invisible.
Space and time are so extremely curved and warped around them that there is a place from which even light can't escape anymore. Any light that falls into it is lost forever.
But if Einstein's equations are correct and black holes are invisible, that creates a problem. We have never actually seen one. So how can we be sure they exist? Now in Massachusetts, scientists are trying to prove once and for all that black holes are real. Chip Dolan is attempting to take the first ever picture of a black hole.
Trying to make an image of a black hole is probably one of the hardest things you can think of to do. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. We're trying to see the unseen. Even though it's never a good idea to bet against Einstein, it's always a good idea to test and verify.
Shep's target is an area of our galaxy where scientists predict there is a supermassive black hole. Pulling away the dust and haze from the Milky Way reveals a cluster of stars zooming around its center. These stars can only have such tight, vast orbits if they are circling something with enormous mass, Sagittarius A star. Based on this prediction, Shep is targeting the center of the Milky Way. And the galaxy itself presents the first obstacle.
It's not straightforward to try to image the black hole in the center of our galaxy. To see it, you first of all have to pierce all the gas and dust between us and the center of the galaxy. And the best way to do that is to observe in radio waves, which very easily can see through all that gas and dust.
Unlike optical telescopes, which only view visible light, radio telescopes can pierce the 26,000 light years of dust and gas that stands between Earth and the center of the Milky Way. But even with the most powerful radio telescope, Shep will struggle to image Sagittarius A. Black hole is the corpse of a giant star. Once the Colossus runs out of fuel, it loses the fight with its own gravity. The inner core starts to collapse, and the star explodes in a violent supernova. But inside, the surviving core keeps on collapsing to an infinitely small point called a singularity. This bends space so far that even light can't escape, forming a sphere of darkness called the event horizon. A black hole is born. Even though Sagittarius A star's event horizon is nearly 15 million miles across, it is also thousands of millions of miles from Earth, creating a problem for Shep.
It's equivalent. This is crazy to think about, but using your naked eye to see an orange on the moon. That's the level of magnification we need in order to pull this off.
For the last decade, Shep has worked on an audacious plan. He's linked radio telescopes around the planet to form a network called the Event Horizon Telescope, and point them at the center of the Milky Way at exactly the same time.
Perfect synchronization at multiple telescopes like this around the globe, we should be able to make very crisp pictures of the region right around the black hole.
The further these telescopes are apart, the more detail he will pick up. If they are spread strategically across the planet, Shep's network will be 2,000 times more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope. But even with this much power, how can Shep make something out that, by definition, is totally black and emits no light? Shep thinks there might be a way.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Water. Just water. Lots and lots of water.
Awesome. Here and pulls it into. A black hole itself is invisible, but matter falling into it should reveal its secrets. Its intense gravity attracts interstellar gas and pulls it into a faster and faster orbit. As this gas nears the event horizon, the increasing gravity heats up the matter and it emits a glow. According to Einstein's theories, this will produce a circular ring of light which casts a shadow of the event horizon. It's a startling idea, but this glow is so faint, Shep can only see it if he uses 2 telescopes to zoom into a small section of the event horizon.
So then you're effectively looking at a small swath of this image. So with one telescope pair, we can take essentially one cut through the shadow of the black hole. With many telescopes around the world, we can take multiple cuts through. We will be able to image this entire world.
Shep has enlisted radio dishes in California, Chile, Hawaii, Mexico, and Spain. But these telescopes are still not far enough apart to see all the detail of the event horizon. To do this, Shep will need data from a telescope at the most extreme place on Earth, the South Pole. And one scientist has the responsibility of bringing this telescope into the system. Dan Maroney is a veteran of Antarctic astronomy.
At the South Pole, we'll be installing another mirror just like this, but we have to make sure that all the light that gets directed to it is hitting this spot.
Dan and his team are constructing an incredibly sensitive receiver to attach to the South Pole telescope. Once in place, the network will span the globe and will have enough power to image the entire event horizon.
This one sitting at the bottom of the Earth is really important to make sure that we can see as much detail as possible in the black hole.
Once built, it will take 3 days of solid travel for the team and the receiver to get to the pole. Once there, they will face a battle with Antarctica's extreme environment as they try and fit the receiver to the telescope.
There's going to be a crane that they brought down just for this purpose, and we will winch it up. We'll bring it onto the roof. We have to make sure this all works, but if things start to go a little wrong, yeah, there will be some added pressure on us to pull it all together. Hopefully, it will all go into place very nicely at the South Pole, and we'll be taking pictures with it.
With the addition of the South Pole telescope, Shep's network will truly span the planet. But to capture the image that proves black holes really do exist, he will still have one more massive problem to overcome. Shep's network stretches for tens of thousands of miles, but he must coordinate all the signals together within a fraction of an inch, or he'll end up with a fuzzy image.
Over the last ice age, as the ice receded, the Earth has begun to rebound a little bit. So over many years, the location of the telescopes actually changes a little bit. Even moving one of our telescopes by a millimeter is equivalent to shifting the entire focus of your telescope across the sky.
To overcome this, Shep uses a vast supercomputer called the Correlator, which constantly monitors the exact positions of every telescope in the global network.
This correlator is really one of the most important parts of the Event Horizon Telescope. It is what takes all the data that we've collected around the world and combines it together with great precision. We create a data set that's equivalent to having a telescope as large as the Earth. And from that, we can make an image of a black hole.
Once Shep gets these first ever images of a supermassive black hole, it will provide the strongest possible evidence that they really do exist.
To actually observe a black hole, to actually resolve the area around the black hole, that is the holy grail. That would be utterly amazing.
But if there really is a supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, that creates a deeper mystery. What kind of influence could a monster like that have over our galaxy?
Acronyms are fun. LOL, laugh out loud, BTW, by the way, and of course, B.S.B. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours.
Hey, what if I wanted to sell my car?
B.S.B.
B.S.B.
We'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours.
B.S.B.
B.S.B. B.S.B.
No, cool, I got you.
Say 20.
Flawless planning. Scientists think there is a supermassive black hole right at the center of the Milky Way. In fact, they believe black holes are quite common.
We're pretty confident that at the center of Almost every galaxy in the universe is a supermassive black hole.
Relativity predicts that the intense mass of a supermassive black hole will bend space so much, stars fall into an orbit around it. This has led scientists to think that black holes are vital in the initial formation of galaxies. But now they're asking if black holes also shape how galaxies evolve over time.
Galaxies come in many different sizes and many different shapes. They evolve differently over time, and that's been a mystery. Why should these clusters of stars have such different stories that play out? And it may be that what's lurking in the core, the hidden supermassive black hole, has something to do with that.
In the Southwest, astronomers are tackling this mystery. Edmund Chung is investigating if black holes really do influence how galaxies change with time.
I wanted to really try to understand this process. It blows my mind to think about how that little thing could affect the entire galaxy.
His focus is a class of galaxy that has mystified astronomers, the giant elliptical galaxies.
This is a beautiful image from the Hubble Space Telescope of a giant elliptical galaxy. We know that these galaxies have a lot of gas in them. And the mystery is that this gas should produce a lot of new stars, but that's something we don't see.
Usually, stars are born inside clouds of galactic gas. Tearing away their outer layers reveals black clouds of extremely cold hydrogen. Deep inside these chilly nebulas, gravity draws the gas molecules together to form spinning disks that suck in more and more hydrogen. Pressure and heat in the center skyrocket, and hydrogen molecules fuse, and a new star ignites. Only in these clouds of cold gas do new stars form. Has something caused this process to stop in giant elliptical galaxies, explaining why new stars don't form there? Could this be a case of the black hole controlling the evolution of the galaxy? To find out, Edmund is using a telescope that revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos.
This incredible object is the Sloan 2.5 meter telescope dedicated for the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. What it did was it pointed at a particular region in the sky, and then over the entire night, it allowed the Earth's rotation to let it move across a strip, and over a course of a few years, it resulted in thousands of millions of galaxies observed.
Scientists turn these observations into one of the most detailed maps of the universe ever created. This provides Edmund locations of where to find giant elliptical galaxies quickly and investigate if their black holes are preventing the formation of new stars. Researchers transferred the map to a giant library of aluminum disks. Each one catalogs a particular area of the night sky. Wherever the telescope detected light, the scientists drilled a hole. When Edmund looks at the same piece of sky, these holes line up perfectly with all the galaxies.
All right, boss, everything looks good. Ready to put it in? Alrighty.
By plugging separate sensors into each of these holes, he can see what is happening in hundreds of galaxies at the same time.
All the galaxies that we observe are about 500 million light years away from us. And this little fiber bundle covers an entire galaxy, and it collects the light, goes into this light gathering device, and then we look at it as scientists, and we can infer the properties of galaxies with this fiber bundle.
After a 2-year-long search, Edmund thinks a giant elliptical galaxy called Akira explains why these galaxies produce so few new stars. And it has to do with black holes being messy eaters.
This is Brooks Yard with ugly bear spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass seed, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch, grow grass anywhere. Guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
space's deepest secrets is brought to you by AT&T.
We, the entertainment-loving people, want all our rooms to be TV rooms. Because those are the best rooms. Because they have TVs in them. When we're not in those rooms, we want our shows to go with us. Anywhere? You got that right, Kid Show, thank you.
Get a DirecTV all-included package in 4 rooms and on your favorite devices for $25 a month when you have the new AT&T Unlimited Plus plan.
The #1 rated Ego Power Plus mower, featuring Ego's patented 56-volt ARC lithium battery technology. It delivers the cutting torque of gas. The Ego mower's durable construction makes mowing in difficult conditions easy. The self-propelled model makes it effortless, and it holds flat in seconds for easy storage. The Ego Power Plus mower, exclusively at the Home Depot and Ego authorized dealers.
This is the Dyson B8 cord-free vacuum, and this is its Dyson digital motor, generating powerful suction to deep clean carpets, hard floors, clean up high, and convert to a handheld, to dig deep on stairs, furniture, mattresses, and cars, all with up to 40 minutes runtime.
Try Dyson V8 at home with a 90-day money-back guarantee.
We are not here to sit idly by. We are here to leave a mark. Experience a shift in the natural order. Experience amazing.
The sun used to make our outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable, we couldn't use it.
But then we discovered the Sunsetter retractable awning. Our Sunsetter retractable awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds. It keeps our patio about 20 degrees cooler.
It provides instant shade and instant protection from the sun's harmful rays.
And our Sunsetter costs under $700.
But now you can get your Sunsetter for as little as $599 when you call now to get this special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit.
We love our Sunsetter retractable awning, and you're going to love yours too.
Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last for years. So call now to get this free awning idea kit with DVD, plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate.
But this is a limited time offer.
Call now.
Call now for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation.
Next. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a mysterious force.
Is the force with us?
Objects don't have an independent existence. Quantum mechanics ties them all together.
Particles that are separated by vast distances can still be entangled with one another. Seem like a Hollywood fantasy? Well, scientists now wonder whether something like the force could be real.
Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman, new episode next on Science and also on the app. Flawless planning. Brilliant engineering. And next level technology. Today's outlaws have elevated the art of crime, and so have the authorities on their trail. Go inside the high-tech gear and advanced methods of the world's most ingenious criminals and the experts who lock them up. Outlaw Tech, an all-new series, Wednesday at 10 on Science. Edmund Chung's sensors on the Sloan 8-foot telescope picked up something strange deep inside of a galaxy called Akira, a colossal wind of warm gas pouring out from its center. And it may be a star killer.
So the red is the gas that's flowing away from us, and the blue is the gas that is flowing towards us. This wind stretches for about 30,000 light years. The only power source that is able to generate this amount of energy is a supermassive black hole in the center of Akira.
Edmund thinks the supermassive black hole's eating habits produce this wind, and this warm blast prevents star formation. As the black hole devours matter falling into it, it forms a fast spinning disk of cosmic debris called the accretion disk. As more and more matter enters, friction builds up. until it is released in immense blasts that push warm gas across the galaxy in massive gales. This galactic wind heats up the cold star nurseries, and star formation stops. If the same thing happens in other giant elliptical galaxies, it explains why they produce so few new stars.
It's just such a beautifully wrapped up story, and it just perfectly fits the idea that supermassive black holes are important, they are critical, and this is they are a necessary ingredient for galaxy evolution.
So we know that galaxies come in a great variety. We now think that there is probably a connection between that diversity of galaxy type and the fact that there are supermassive black holes in the centers. Those supermassive black holes, by virtue of their consumption of matter, can throw energy out that sculpts entire galaxies into different forms.
The black hole in Akira drives the evolution of the galaxy by feasting on something unexpected. It is eating dust and stars from its smaller neighbor, the Tetsuo galaxy. And this is the start of a chain of events that will drastically alter both galaxies and their supermassive black holes. The galaxy's intense masses draw them closer together, allowing Akira to siphon gas from its neighbor. Eventually, the two galaxies will collide, then rebound, and collide again and again, causing mayhem, throwing stars and planets out of orbit and shedding gas into space, until they finally merge to become one. Scientists think that galaxy collisions like this are actually very common. At this very moment, billions are merging across the cosmos. And these unions don't only affect the stars. The supermassive black holes also fuse together.
The merging of two black holes is a very violent process. So as two black holes merge together, they spin faster and faster. They literally send ripples out in the fabric of space, gravitational waves.
One pair of colliding black holes exceeded by a factor of 10 all the energy emitted by all the visible stars in the observable universe.
These mergers may be violent, but they are a key way that black holes grow. And they can reach enormous sizes.
The most massive black holes that we observe are about 10 billion times the mass of the sun.
Today, scientists are discovering that when black holes get this big, even stranger things can happen.
Next, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was a mysterious force.
Is the force with us?
Objects don't have an independent existence. Quantum mechanics ties them all together.
Particles that have separated by vast distances can still be entangled with one another. Seem like a Hollywood fantasy? Well, scientists now wonder whether something like the force could be real.
Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman. New episode next on Science and also on the app.
Introducing the QX60 from Infinity.
This Oreo with chocolate custard concrete, I declare to be the finest in the land.
Are you like a riverboat captain?
I am General George Custard, and you should address me with respect.
I think you're talking about General Custer.
Custard? Custard.
Yeah, Custer.
The name is Custard.
This is custard. This is custard.
This is custard. This is custard.
This is ridiculous.
This is custard.
This is Custard. New thick and creamy custard concretes in flavors like vanilla with Heat Bar. And get half-price shakes and new ice cream slushes after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
This is Brooks Law with ugly bear spots. But Scott's Easy Seed changes everything. Our finest grass seed, plus quick start fertilizer and natural super absorbent mulch, grow grass anywhere. Guaranteed. This is a Scott's Yard.
We're ignited by people who push boundaries. Who are fiercely independent. Who say, this can be better. The liberties of this country are founded on setting brush fires of freedom, the opportunity to do something that matters, and the relentless quest for a better future. So raise a glass to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So we're saving the galaxy again?
Okay, sure. Well, no, seriously. I understand that. You're being very serious.
So stupid. Intending. That's a really bad sign. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the creative galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box. Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle. Think advertising on television is expensive? Well, think again. For a small investment, your business could be featured on these great networks. Plus, it's the most effective way to advertise. We can target the TV networks and programs all within the Kansas City area that will bring new customers to your business, giving you the greatest advertising value. More and more people are shopping locally and want to support businesses like yours. To advertise on Google Fiber, call Via Media today. Flawless planning. Precision engineering. And next-level technology. Today's outlaws have elevated the art, and so have the authorities on their trail. Go inside the high-tech gear and advanced methods of the world's most ingenious criminals and the experts who lock them up. Outlaw Tech, an all-new series, Wednesday at 10 on Science. May 23rd. Reveal the secrets. This was the biggest city in the Americas. Of mysterious places. The thing was never finished. Brick at a time. There was some sort of cataclysmic event, conflict, or maybe even civil war. What is truly amazing here is that everything has been made by hand. The tomb of Tutankhamun is unusual. Never before had anything like this been seen. Unearthed. All new season, May 23rd at 10 on Science and on the app. Supermassive black holes, one of the strangest and most powerful entities in the universe. The ultimate prediction of Einstein's theory of relativity. They can grow to be hundreds of millions of times more massive than the sun. When they get this large, they can generate so much energy that they release huge jets of plasma. This is because black holes are messy eaters.
These black holes don't have very good table manners, and they burp out a lot of the material that's going in.
These are powerful emissions of radiation that come from the material that's falling into a black hole itself.
These jets can go for tens of thousands of light years. They're absolutely gigantic.
In London, England, scientists are investigating if jets of this size and energy are destructive. Astronomer Grant Tremblay is studying the jets generated by a black hole with over 300 million times the mass of the sun.
These black holes launch these extraordinary jets of plasma that
near the speed of light. It's about 1 trillion atomic bombs per second worth of energy that's being dumped back into their ambient surroundings.
These powerful jets reside in the centers of a galaxy with a truly bizarre structure.
So you're looking at right now at many massive galaxies. There are about 1,000 galaxies in this image, but at the very center of this region is one of the most massive galaxies in the universe. It's called the brightest cluster galaxy. And what you see here are bubbles. There's a bubble here and a bubble here. And these are not normal-sized bubbles. These are the largest bubbles in the universe.
These bubbles are voids in space. And the largest is so vast, you could fit about 50 Milky Ways inside. Whatever carves out these voids must have massive amounts of power and be very big. The black hole's jets seem like the obvious culprit, but when scientists looked for further evidence, the mystery became even stranger.
So you look at this galaxy cluster in the optical waveband where you can actually see the galaxies. You notice that the galaxy that's associated with these bubbles is different from all of the other galaxies that you see in this cluster. And it's home to this extraordinary 150,000 light-year long spider web of filamentary gas tied around these bubbles.
Inside these filaments, scientists could see the formation of new stars. How could a black hole's jets create such strange structures and drive the birth of stars? It seemed impossible, since black holes are known for destruction. But now, Grant's team has made a breakthrough using data from a telescope called ALMA.
ALMA is an extraordinary revolution in science. It's a giant array of 66 dishes in the Atacama Desert in Chile, which is the highest and driest desert in the world. It is the world's most powerful eye to observe cold molecular gas. And cold molecular gas is the fuel for all of star formation in all of the universe.
The location of this cold gas gave Grant the vital clue to how the jet could drive star formation. As the jet of energy shoots out of the black hole, it pushes gas out of the way, like a cosmic snowplow. Piling up gas in its wake, the gas clumps together, forming stars. Any unused gas falls into the mouth of the black hole, reigniting the jets to start the cycle all over again. It's an extraordinary discovery. In this huge galaxy, far from being agents of destruction, the black hole and its jets actually play a role as a creator.
These supermassive black holes' interaction with their host galaxy is a far more elegant and subtle process than one might naturally think. Black holes, it turns out, can both quench or inhibit star formation, but at the same time they can also trigger it.
This revolutionizes our understanding of black holes in the universe.
We now talk about a co-evolution of galaxies and the central black holes within them, wherein the growth of a black hole influences, in fact, the growth of the stellar population of stars around it.
It may influence the overall shape of the galaxy. It may help us understand why galaxies evolve differently over time. So instead of something passive, maybe black holes are more of an active sculptor of the galaxy.
These ideas agree with the equations that describe the behavior of space and time, Einstein's theory of relativity. But to go further and reveal what happens inside a black hole, we need a whole new theory.
In the case of general relativity, it was used to predict the existence of black holes. But when you go inside that event horizon, although our physics predicted it, our physics breaks down inside.
And the math starts giving you the kinds of nonsense that you get in a calculator if you put a 1 divided by 0, right? The calculator goes error, right? That's basically the math taking you by the lapel and slapping you in the face and saying, don't do that. That's not a well-defined operation. That's what happens to Einstein's math when you apply it to the center of black hole.
This breakdown of relativity has led to fierce arguments
theory of the black hole, that horizon, may be a seething cauldron of activity. In fact, you would be vaporized, you would be fried if you were to go through it.
If you're a human falling in feet first, then there will be a big difference between the force of gravity at your feet and the force of gravity at your head. And this means that you will get stretched out until you're super thin like a spaghetti. And we call that process spaghettification.
If gravity has been collapsing something down smaller and smaller and smaller, does it ever come to a point that it cannot collapse any further from, a point of infinite density? And people have called that a singularity.
The problem is, in this world of the very small, the rules change. This is the realm of quantum physics. Only by combining these rules with relativity can scientists hope to understand what happens at the very center of a black hole. This is the holy grail scientists call the theory of everything.
Our belief is that the math goes haywire there simply because we don't yet have the correct mathematics. We have to take Einstein's ideas and merge them with ideas from quantum physics.
This is one of the final frontiers of science. But extraordinarily, in Long Island, New York, there is a man and a machine which might help solve this enduring mystery.
As we journeyed through the wormhole, we have explored, questioned, imagined. We've had our minds blown. Why? To push our understanding of the universe into the unknown that surrounds us and gain a new perspective. Join us for one last trip through the wormhole.
Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman, the final season, next on Science and also on the app.
The BMW i8's award-winning dual-engine technology, now available in BMW's most iconic models. Introducing the more efficient, more dynamic BMW i-Performance lineup, featuring the X5 plug-in hybrid with up to 540 miles per tank and the breathtaking acceleration of e-Boost technology. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X5 xDrive 40e for $599 a month.
Why pause a spontaneous moment? Cialis for daily use treats ED and the urinary symptoms of BPH. Tell your doctor about your medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have a sudden decrease or loss of hearing or vision or an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis.
When you grow, create, and learn, our solutions help you make the most of your everyday life. That's why at BASF, we create chemistry.
For 100 years, every Bonnie Plants has started with 2 hands and a mission: to put fresh, homegrown herbs and vegetables on every table in America.
Who are you talking to?
The plants, they like it. Success starts and ends with Bonnie Plants. We are AARP. For nearly 60 years, we've empowered people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. AARP. Real possibilities.
Beer is as refreshing as refreshment gets. Unequivocally summer shade. When you have something you love, you want to protect it. At LegalZoom, our network of attorneys can help you every step of the way with an estate plan including wills or a living trust that grows along with you and your family. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, sweetie. How was your first week?
It's long.
It'll get better. I'm at the Edward Jones office, like Sue suggested.
Thanks for doing this, Dad.
So I thought it might be time to talk about a financial strategy.
You mean pay him back?
Knowing your future is about more than just you.
So let's start talking about your long-term goals.
Multiplied by 14,000 financial advisors, it's a big deal, and it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Why do we make grills? For being part of your life. All of your life. For taking the guesswork out of grilling. For quality beyond words. The Genesis 2 comes with GS4, Weber's new high-performance grilling engine. Why do we grill? For
WTF you
for the
doing?
people that fill you with life. Weber, for life. May 23rd, reveal the secrets.
This was the biggest city in the Americas.
Of mysterious places.
The thing was never finished.
Brick at a time.
There was some sort of cataclysmic event, conflict, or maybe even civil war.
What is truly amazing here is that everything is made by hand.
Tomb of Tutankhamun is unusual. Never before had anything like this been seen.
Unearthed, all new season, May 23rd at 10 on Science and on the app. Flawless planning, brilliant engineering, and next-level technology. Today's outlaws have elevated the art of crime, and so have the authorities. Outlaw Tech, an all-new series, Wednesday at 10 on Science. Scientists have compelling evidence that supermassive black holes lurk at the center of galaxies. Here, they control and shape the destiny of billions of stars and planets. And these observations match the mathematics that explains space and time. Einstein's theory of relativity. But knowing what happens deep inside a black hole is a far bigger challenge.
Since you can't see in there, you can't go in there, or if you do go in there, you can't come back to report what it is that you found. It's purely mathematical. And the problem is, the mathematics that Einstein gave us isn't good enough to really tell us what's happening deep in the interior of a black hole. We have to take Einstein's ideas and merge them with ideas from quantum physics.
Quantum physics is the world of the seriously small. A strange land swarming with subatomic particles like neutrons, muons, and quarks. Remarkably, there might be a way of understanding how these tiny entities behave inside a black hole. This could be pivotal in bringing relativity and quantum physics together in a theory of everything. An idea that could revolutionize how we understand the very fabric of time and space. On Long Island, New York, there is a machine that recreates the conditions inside a black hole. Bernd Mueller operates the scientific equivalent of a sledgehammer. He generates what happens inside a black hole by accelerating gold nuclei to nearly the speed of light and crashing them into one another inside a detector the size of an apartment building.
We don't make a black hole in real terms. However, what happens in the collision of two nuclei is quite similar to what happens in the black hole. As matter falls in a black hole, it's crunched by the strong gravitational fields, and whenever you crunch matter, it also is unavoidable that it heats up. So here what we do is we create these temperatures in a lab rather than in the vicinity of a black hole. It is the hottest temperature in the universe anywhere. It's about 100,000 times hotter than the center of the sun. And in that case, we know that it's about 3 trillion degrees Celsius.
Each collision creates the same subatomic matter that scientists think exists inside a black hole. The trouble is, these conditions only exist for a yoctosecond, 1/1000th of a billionth of a second. Far too brief for Bernd to study. But he can reconstruct the conditions by what is left behind. Traveling at over 620 million miles per hour, the gold nuclei crash into each other with incredible force and explode into a fireball of matter. raging at 3 trillion degrees. But within a yoctosecond, this scatters into an intricate pattern of subatomic particles. The shape of this matrix is the key to understanding what happens at the moment of impact.
The collisions are extraordinarily violent. It's much more violent in a certain sense than a nuclear bomb going off. You have to shield them from a human being, because otherwise the radiation would kill you in a very short period of time. So that's why when the machine operates, you're not allowed to come even close.
Instead, the team monitor the collisions from the safety of a control room, a third of a mile away. By comparing the aftermath of millions of impacts, Bernd can build a picture of what happens at the instant the nuclei collide.
So this is a snapshot of the particles a few nanoseconds after the collision. And each different color represents a different type of particle. What we're interested in is how did the matter behave at and before the moment when these particles were emitted.
If Bernd can work out how to rewind the scatter patterns of these subatomic particles, he can get back to the billionth of a billionth of a second after the collision. The point where matter is like that inside a black hole.
In a sense, this is very similar if you throw a stone in the lake. Long after the stone has dropped in and is gone, you see a ripple of waves moving out, right? The pattern depends on how big the stone was that you throw in, with what speed you throw it in. And so by analyzing carefully the wave patterns and tracing them back, you could determine in principle how big and what shape the stone was. And that's exactly what we're doing here.
Bernd needs powerful mathematics to do this. Equations that generate exactly the same patterns he sees in the collisions. These could offer clues to how science can finally unite the quantum world with relativity. And this could revolutionize how we understand the entire cosmos. After a decade-long hunt, he thinks he has found the right formula.
This hot blob of matter turned out to be describable by string theory. And that's quite fantastic, I think.
String theory is a branch of mathematics on the very fringes of scientific understanding. But it is the prime candidate for the unifying theory of everything.
String theory is our most refined attempt to put Einstein's general theory of relativity's theory of gravity together with quantum mechanics. And the suggestion is that deep inside an electron or a quark, whatever, is a little tiny filament, a string-like filament that can vibrate, like a string on an instrument. And the different vibrational patterns, they don't produce different musical notes. They produce different kinds of particles.
This strange idea could offer our best chance of understanding how black holes really work. And this opens up new opportunities for our species. String theory predicts that black holes aren't really a one-way street. As well as pulling things in, they eject things into space.
Black holes actually can radiate a little bit. They can send off particles that will emanate from the event horizon.
As black holes emit this radiation, they begin to shrink and evaporate.
An evaporating black hole emits so much energy that it could easily power all the energy requirements of humans here on Earth.
If we could find a way of dragging one down to Earth.
Is it viable? Is it something we can do? Not today, but there's no reason why technologically in the future we could not achieve this.
Even a black hole with just the mass of Mount Everest would release enough energy to power the entire planet. But there's more. As crazy as this sounds, string theory actually predicts something even crazier. deep inside the black hole, something which offers mouth-watering prospects.
Inside that black hole, all these extra dimensions that may exist may give rise to a whole different version of reality, right? And some say maybe a whole other universe or a whole other infinity of universes.
And there's even the possibility that you might travel through a passage called a wormhole into another universe. Now, this leads to all kinds of interesting possibilities, like coming back through another wormhole to a time before you even existed or before your parents even existed.
They may be the weirdest entities in the universe, but if humanity can grasp exactly how black holes work, it could produce enticing new benefits for us all. And they offer a window to understanding string theory. This has the power to tell us how the universe works both in the realm of relativity and in the quantum world, something that will revolutionize the way we perceive the very fabric of the cosmos.
They're right here in front of us, and our laws of physics don't work. They seem to stop time. Maybe they actually access different dimensions of space and time. So if we're going to understand these things, we got to get better at our game.
100 years from now, a generation of scientists will look back to us as the turning point, as the place where our understanding of space and time was one way before we grasped the nature of black holes. Then we stayed with these deep puzzles of black holes and solved them, and that caused our understanding of space and time to take a radical turn in a new direction, a direction toward the truth.
Space, a vast empty ocean where a planet like ours is a remote island, alone in the void. Or is it? New research is beginning to unveil a hidden force, one that shakes the entire universe and penetrates space with trillions of invisible connections, instantly linking every place in our world and joining our future with our past. Now we're beginning to grasp these mystical powers. Is the force with us? Space, time, life itself. The secrets of the cosmos lie through the wormhole. You know the story. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a mysterious force surrounding us, penetrating us, binding the galaxy together. If you could wield this force, you could do astonishing things. Seem like a Hollywood fantasy? Well, scientists now wonder whether something like the force could be real. Could there actually be a mystical power that spans the universe, connecting and binding all things? Astrophysicist Jamie Rollins has spent his career listening to the universe, trying to detect a mysterious force, one we've never been able to see.
Over the course of the history of astronomy, light has essentially been our only way of learning about the universe. What we see out there is influenced by forces coming from things that we don't actually directly observe. It's like walking around without being able to hear. We know that there are sounds, and we know that we could learn a lot from them if we could hear them.
There is no sound in the vacuum of space, but according to Albert Einstein, gravity affects space in a very similar way to sound.
We've been able to demonstrate many of the predictions of Einstein's general theory of gravity. The one big one that we haven't is the fact that there should be waves of gravity.
Gravitational waves are one of Einstein's most elusive predictions. He believed that space is not truly empty, but acts like a kind of substance that can be warped by masses like stars and galaxies. And when massive objects move suddenly, they send ripples across space, squeezing and stretching everything they encounter, from planets to the people living on them. Detecting these gravitational waves will prove that we are physically joined to the cosmos by a fabric of space, and that events across the universe exert a tangible force on us. But detecting this force is no easy task.
The waves that pass through the Earth are essentially unfathomably small. We have to make incredibly sensitive detectors to be able to experience this effect.
LIGO, the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, is one of the world's biggest scientific experiments. Each of its arms is 4 full kilometers long. To rule out earthquakes and other local forces, LIGO has 2 separate detectors, one in Louisiana, one in Washington State. LIGO compares the way 2 high-powered laser beams move up and down each of its long arms. Mirrors at the end of each one bounce the laser beams back to the center, where they're prepared by computers.
As long as the lengths of the 2 arms are exactly the same, then the
lead now. Well, Exum will run the point. Ingles it good down on the corners, and Exum all the way in, cannot connect. Here come the Warriors. Ingles on Curry. The other end goes for the last shot here, driving all the way down again. Watch for a step, quarterback 3 here. 4 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Exum now with Curry. Comes to double team. Exum trying to get back. Green finds the open man. Iguodala hits it. Oh boy, what a pass by Draymond Green. And as the clock expires in the third, we head to the final quarter. What great offense by Golden State. I tell you what, this is how you do the trick to the line. You get 2 shots, you use the clock in your favor. And of course, you got shooters like this, they help. We just step pull back, knocked on a long 3. They double team step on next possession. Gets the ball into Green, and Green makes an unbelievable pass. Look at Iguodala. 3 points, baby.
Attention, we, by we mean us, the entertainment-loving people of America, have updated our terms and conditions. 1, from now on, the word television will no longer be defined as that thing over there on the wall. We want all our things to be television things. Phones, iPads, refrigerators, heart monitors. Okay, maybe not heart monitors. 2, our shows and movies, we want them when we want them. So they should go with us.
Anywhere?
You got that right, kid show thing. 3, nothing beats live. So we want to stream all that sweet live stuff. Like football, red carpets. Instead of yelling. Wait, what are we yelling about, guys? 4, we don't just want unlimited data, we want unlimited entertainment, like unlimited HBO.
Can't stop dying now, Mark.
Come on, man, it's unlimited. Last thing, we just want all our stuff the way we want all our stuff. That's not too much to ask, is it?
Only AT&T brings you entertainment on your terms. DirecTV Wireless Internet. It's entertainment your way.
Being detected was not an option. If I was recognized, the whole operation was blown. The element of surprise was imperative.
Wow. He won't even recognize you. Seriously. I don't even recognize myself.
And thanks to my cash rewards credit card from Navy Federal with never expiring rewards, it's gonna be a killer honeymoon.
Woo! Maui!
Boom.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Shop. Let's talk it.
Are we in bed together now?
Winner, go home.
I'm in, babe.
The target.
Time to face the music.
It's all the music you need.
the Baconator. Because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
That's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by. So we don't have to freeze it. Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave. Topped with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Proving once and for all.
Then only Wendy's has the bacon and the ater to make the Baconator.
Let's go.
We're not coming out.
I got this. Guys, I know being a first-time homeowner is scary, but you don't have to do this.
What if a tree falls on our garage? What if a tornado rips off our roof?
You're covered, and you bundled your home and auto insurance, so you're saving a ton. Come on, you don't want to start your new life in a dirty old truck. Sorry. You're safe. You're safe now.
Can you stop using the bullhorn?
I don't make the rules.
Time now for the Lincoln Coach's Corner. Moments ago, Lewis Johnson caught up with Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder.
Coach, how strong was Sheldon Mack with that 11-point third quarter, helping you guys move into the fourth in a strong way?
Well, he was terrific. I would have left him in. He got a little tired, and we'll go back to him. He's doing a good job of attacking.
All right, what's the key here down the stretch to get this game 4 win and extend it the series?
Well, if we can shrink the lead enough to have a shot at making a couple shots and get a little juice out of it, we just got to keep playing.
All right, Quinn, thanks. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Lewis, and our thanks to Quinn Snyder. Yes, Mack and Hayward with big third quarters. As you see, Hood hit the deck hard, and a foul. He was grabbing behind his leg there. We'll go to the line. McKenna, just getting back to that finish by the Warriors. That final 36 seconds in the 2-for-1 for Golden State was a clinic.
Yeah, it was. They started with 49 seconds, and what 2-for-1 is that you're using the clock. You have the ball to make sure you get 2 shots to your opponent's 1 shot. Mike Brown's, they work on it. Steve Kerr works on it. Golden State's very good at it. They come down and they executed it perfectly. They got 6 points and a 6-0 run in that 2-for-1 scenario at the end of the quarter. And Golden State is fantastic at that. As a matter of fact, you probably have a coach's clinic on that. Put that tape and give it to 29 other teams around the league and say, this is how you do 2-for-1s at the end of quarters.
Well, the league went from 8 to 14 just like that. Hood's on his way out. You could just tell he had no foundation. He committed the foul which was his 5th, but we might not see him the rest of this game. Now, if you watch, as soon as he hit the ground, he landed hard, and then he grabbed behind his right leg in the hamstring and knee area. So he's out, and Draymond Green goes up strong and scores it on Diaw.
What a pass by Kevin Durant. I mean, he turned and immediately fired it. Saw 2 guys coming to knew Green was open, and Green just has a nice, easy layup.
Green is an assist away from a triple-double tonight. 15 points, 10 rebounds, has 9 assists to go along with a couple of steals as well. Hayward with a big third quarter. The turnaround and fadeaway is short. And Favors back tap up right to Thompson. Well, this is it for Utah. They need a flurry in a big way. They are suddenly down 16 when they had it to 8. West will pull the mid-range. And it's Hayward with a rebound. Hayward with 4 rebounds to go along with 25 points. Ingles all the way in. Little finger roll with the left. A strong hand.
Utah keeps on just put the ball on the floor, keep pressing the paint, attack that rim. And like I said, make these Golden State Warriors play defense from the 3-point line all the way to the basket, every possession.
Warriors swept the Trailblazers in the first round. There's a steal by Ingles. And he read it well. Jumped the passing lane. Big possession. There's a lot of time left, but you feel like Utah has got to get something going here, down 14. And a foul, David West. The Warriors, their playoff history entering this season, they've had 2 sweeps in a best-of-7 game series. Of the 39 they played, back in 75 against the Bullets. That was in the NBA Finals. And in 2015, they swept the Pelicans, that fantastic fourth quarter by Steph Curry. This season, sweeping Portland, and a chance to sweep the Utah Jazz here in the Western Conference semifinals. Sheldon Mack with hesitation, gets to the rim, and keeps his tremendous second half going. No
I was driven by that young man. He actually absolutely put his head down and attacked every chance he got.
13 and a half for Sheldon Mack. Spent a good part of the first half on the bench with foul trouble. Here's Barnes. Barnes has so much rust in his game, having not played hardly at all in this postseason. No chance here for the Jazz. Maybe cut it to single digits. Back on the take once again, gives it up. Hot pass. Favors has it. Shot clock at 5. Rest on Mack. Favors with point. Plays down. 3/4 of the way. Yeah, you're right. Iguodala quickly back, and he is fouled. That possession sums up this series against Golden State for the Utah Jazz. There are a ton of those.
Yeah, Matt drives again, drops off the Favors. Look at this thing. I mean, it is almost all the way down. And all of a sudden, Golden State gets it, and boom, they're shooting 2 free throws on the other end within 3 or 4 seconds. They have a chance to get it to, to a 10-point lead, or a 10-point deficit for Utah. They're creeping up on them. Then Iguodala hits the free throw. That touches the 24-second clock. I think it goes in. So, I mean, those are big 4-point swings.
That's the way the breaks go.
That is straight up in the air.
That's good rotation, though, right?
Absolutely. Reminiscent of the old Don Nelson shot. Hey, Nelly, I know you're on the line. Hope you're watching.
1 out of 2 for Iguodala. Iguodala still have lead. 13, too tall for Hayward. Hayward, very good on those lobs. Last touch by the Jazz. Well, it is the final stretch. Is it the final game of the year for the Jazz? They are down 13 under 9 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Auctions.nba.com, your premier source for NBA memorabilia.
Morning, Steve.
I said the Kings in the building. Tell me how you feeling.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Just because you drive the official vehicle of the NBA doesn't make you an official NBA player.
Well, I would. Let's go.
I cannot believe Burger King makes a crispy chicken sandwich like this.
I can't believe this one is bacon cheddar ranch.
I can't believe we're this handsome.
I can.
If you can't believe the crispy chicken sandwich, you won't believe it with bacon cheddar and ranch. Try the bacon cheddar ranch or crispy chicken, only at Burger King.
It doesn't matter where the ice is, as long as you leave everything on it. Coors Light, whatever your mountain, climb on.
Think advertising on television is expensive? Well, think again. For a small investment, your business could be featured on these great networks. Plus, it's the most effective way to advertise. We can target the TV networks and programs all within the Kansas City area that will bring new customers to your business, giving you the greatest advertising value. More and more people are shopping locally and want to support businesses like yours. To advertise on Google Fiber, call Via Media today.
Sometimes don't you wish you could just wave a magic wand and voila, have a new kitchen, or a new bath, a new deck, a sun porch, or a room addition? Make some remodeling magic by calling Casey's hometown lender James B. Nutter & Company about cash out refinancing. As a homeowner, you could qualify and receive the cash you want to add on or remodel, and still maintain or even lower the monthly house payment you're making now.
The NBA playoffs on TNT are brought to you by the 2017 Optima from Kia, official vehicle of the NBA. By America's Navy. Learn more at Navy.com. By American Express, the official credit card of the NBA. And by Burger King. Try the new Bacon Cheddar Ranch Crispy Chicken Sandwich, only at BK.
Monday night, Salt Lake City. Sun has set. And it might be setting on the Utah Jazz here. Brian Anderson and Kevin McHale. And just watching Golden State, they're performing at such a level here. I mean, one of the all-time great teams, perhaps, in NBA history. So you got to appreciate the competitive nature of Utah. They made this a game.
They won't back down. Those young guys are driving. I love letting back. There's no share. Excellent. And Hayward's making tough shots, but they keep battling. This next 4 or 5 minutes are the guys going to win this league. They cannot easy layup missed by Draymond Green. Good thing, too. He's up on the rim. See if Utah can make it money on him right now.
That was a good pass by Wes Green. I think he leapt too early and then got himself caught in between. Rodney Hood is out. That is a guy that Utah counts on for scoring. He's had a rough postseason, and now he's in the locker room. We have an update from Lewis.
And the news is not good. Watching Rodney Hood walk back slowly to the locker room, visibly with a limp on the right side. Stopped a couple times before he made it in. I've just been told that he has a sprained right knee, so Rodney Hood will not be returning today.
That's up great. Thank you for the report, Lewis. Ingles misses a three. And then that kind of postseason for Rodney Hood, who will exit with just 2 points in 15 minutes tonight. Ingles standing out of bounds when he poked out loose. Golden State ball, 17 on the shot clock. So where are those points now for Golden State? You know Gordon Hayward is a guy that can score quickly. He has 25 tonight. And that's an offensive foul. Exum stood there and took it, and it's gone the other way.
Yeah, actually, Clay had a little half step on him, and then he moved to his left. No question. Good call. Not bumped off Exum and offensive foul for Thompson. And right now, I mean, someone's got to make a few shots. Ingles had a nice look at a wide open three. But again, I think this guy put the ball in Mac and some of these guys' hand. Let him drive Hayward, Mac, Exum, and let him create something for other players.
Mac will find up a quick three. And Barnes with the rebound. Here come the Warriors. They're pushing it despite a 13-point lead. They're going fast. And Draymond Green goes strong and foul. That was close to being a goaltend. I think Gobert just didn't hit it before it hit the backboard.
Let's see right now, hard drive by Draymond. Does that ball hit the glass before? Yeah, it does. I mean, once that ball hits the glass, you cannot touch it. You can take it to the glass, but you can't touch it once the ball hits the glass. That should have been his work.
And the goaltend was called, so you can't go and review that anyway. So 2 shots for Draymond Green. Exit with the foul. Draymond Green making a bit of a triple-double here tonight. An assist away would be his 3rd career postseason triple-double. As Iguodala will sit, Livingston is in.
And the passing on that starting 5 with Golden State, Durant has 5 assists, Green has 9 assists, Curry has 7 assists. They just have good ball movement, and just get so many easy looks with that ball and body movement.
So 2 for 2 for Draymond Green. 15-point Golden State lead. Under 8 minutes we go in regulation. Game 4 of this Western Conference semifinal. Gobert pushed from behind. Barnes with the foul. Now Barnes has not been required in the first 2 series here, but you can see Mike Brown is trying to get him some action, trying to get his legs under him again. He's been out with an ankle injury, injured that ankle on April 8th. Gobert, too tall for him, and that's saying something. Gobert calls for those contact. Here's Livingston, spin, shot, one-hander is good. Yeah, they're starting to mix it up now, and Golden State putting the hammer down.
Yeah, the reason I think Barnes is out there, because no matter who Golden State plays in that next round, whether it be Houston or San Antonio, their 3-men are going to be under a lot of duress. The 2 or 3 guys, either Harden or Kawhi Leonard. You got to get all your guys ready, all your guys in rhythm. And nice extra pass by Parker.
Livingston wisely pulls it back. 1 o'clock here. Green dishes. This could be the triple-double. West can't hit him. What a performance by the 4 All-Stars of the Warriors tonight. Mac on the take. Oh, these are just not falling at the rim. A lot of looks inside. Right at the 10 for Utah. Unable to score. That free throw is coming from Gobert. And tonight, Gobert, 10 points, 12 rebounds, A big performance. 21 points, a career playoff high for his third playoff game. And a reminder that the WNBA season tips off this Saturday, May 13th, on ESPN. It'll start at 5 p.m. Eastern. Tune in as Brianna Stewart and the Seattle Storm take on the defending champs, the LA Sparks.
What's that, man?
Warriors up 17. Gobert off the line. Curry back on the floor. Thompson and Durant with him. 27 for Stephen Curry. Durant has 17 tonight. There's Thompson on the take. He scores.
Nice pass by David West. That little split action. Thompson slips it, and boy, David West just drops a beautiful pass.
Well, the inevitable is starting to set in here. 19-point Warrior lead in Game 4.
This is how it feels when you eat a Subway $6 footlong sub of the day. It's the taste you love at a price you can't get enough of. The $6 footlong sub of the day. 7 days, 7 footlongs, 7 more ways to enjoy Subway.
It's a nail biter here in Indy.
No OT tonight.
Different personalities. There's the lightning fast one. I'll see you at the finish line. The motivational one.
Pedal to the metal, Mr. McQueen. Let's go, go, go!
The green thinking one. The tire loving ones.
Pit stop.
And of course, the reliable one.
Let's go, buddy!
Every car has a personality. Find the one that fits yours at Auto Trader. See Disney Pixar's Cars 3, June 16th in 3D.
All right, how's this for a TV show? Sous chef, lawyer by day, prep cook by night. Also, his name is Sue.
No, Sloppy Joseph. A middle-aged man's trying to get his life together, but he can't. He's too sloppy.
No. Here you go. I got this. I get cash back, so it's like everything's on sale.
With the Blue Cash Everyday Card from American Express, you get cash back on purchases with no annual fee.
Everything's on sale. A home shopping show takes place on a sailboat.
That's the one. Banana boat dessert on me.
Look at you, man, all lactose tolerant.
It's more than cash back. It's backed by the service and security of American Express.
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance with Geico.
Huh. I should take a closer look at Geico.
Geico can help with way more than car insurance. Boats, homes, motorcycles, even umbrella coverage.
This guy's gonna wish he brought his umbrella.
Fire at will!
How'd you know the guy's name is Will?
Yeah.
It's an expression, you know? Fire at will? You never heard of that?
Oh, there goes Will.
By Will, that's not his name.
Take a closer look at Geico. Great savings and a whole lot more.
Let's take a look at advanced performance driven by Nissan. And how about David West? You go 7, 8, 9 deep in this rotation. And West, a great passer, sets up Klay Thompson. For more advanced performance highlights, visit NBA.com/video. The man from Xavier, David West, had 7 assists in game 1. Kevin has 11 total in this series in 4 games.
Yeah, it fits in well with this Golden State Warrior team. They pass the ball. Everybody's unselfish. Everybody makes the extra pass, and everybody makes the extra cut for the Golden State Warriors. Great body movement.
Jazz down 19, 6.5 to go in this final quarter. As Exum has a good game here tonight. All the way to the rim, he scores.
Yeah, if you're Utah, you really hang your head on. They made it to the second round this year. You know, you got Exum, you got Mack, you got young guys that can take the ball. And then Hayward just really turned into just an unbelievably efficient, good scorer this year, and just an all-star. And a lot of stuff to build on if you're the Utah Jazz. It's Klay Thompson with the strength off the top of the glass. And you know, hey, there's still time in the NBA games. You've got to score. You've got to get stopped in the other end. Almost got to pitch a shutout now, but Golden State can't score.
As Golden State gets to 104 tonight. Thompson for three. There with the board. One thing about Golden State, they came just shy of 2,500 assists this season. 2,491 was their official number after 82 games. One of the second team in NBA history, by the way, with 50 30-assist games in a season. The 84-85 Lakers. So now tonight, the Warriors with 25 assists. They've got a chance at their fourth 30-assist game in this postseason in Game 8. Incredible combination of talent, scoring talent, passing talent. Speaking of assists, Draymond Green is one assist away from a triple-double, and he will return as West will take a seat.
Yeah, all those things are true, and the way they play is just advantageous. They put a great system in here with all the cutting and tackling. Right there, again, you see, and there it is. Draymond Green gets the triple-double. But it's the way they play and their style of play. It just fits this team to a T. Great job of matching your style and your players. Yeah, they just, like I said, they're just a special team.
Also, this fires on the three. So Draymond Green with his third career playoff triple-double. Had one of the finals in 2015. That was Game 6 of 2015. And Thompson hits another one, and a foul on the floor away from the ball as Neto and Durant get caught up.
Neto was trying to doggone this to block out Kevin Durant and ended up just grabbing him and dragging him to the floor. The basket, the three-pointer counted. Now you have a chance for a free throw for Durant. Just a 4-point play. As the basket, as the shot's being put up right here, you can see Durant just kind of grabs him, and Neto has no choice but to just drag him to the ground and end up with a free throw.
Well, until that free throw by Durant, Klay Thompson had scored the last 9 for the Warriors. And the big boys delivering in a big way tonight for Golden State. With 4.5 to go, Exum gives it up. Go there. The foundation is in place for this Utah team. They had some really nice additions to this group. Some veteran guys coming here, Joe Johnson and George Hill and Boris Diaw. And now the big decision on Gordon Hayward, who has a player option at the end of the season. Will he stay? Will he go elsewhere? As Curry says, I got a few more in me, and a 30-point game for Stephen Curry. He's made 4 threes here tonight on 9 of 15 shooting. So the triple-double is in the books. Big scoring night from Curry. Thompson with 21 as well. Green's 10th assist to secure that triple-double. What a team. Looking to go 8-0 to start their 2017 postseason.
Sir, is your size 19? Are you sure you're not a size 9?
9? Don't make me laugh, girl. I'm gonna wear these out.
Just because you drive the official vehicle of the NBA doesn't make you an official NBA player.
That's a big table.
Well, Popeyes has big flavor. Hop it. You can mix and match my new $5 flavor favorites with bona fide chicken, handcrafted tenders, or popcorn shrimp, plus a biscuit inside for just $5.
These two could be a problem. They can hit from anywhere. They're going down. We got a plan for them.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
These two could be a problem. They can hit from anywhere. They're going down. We got a plan for them.
Talk to an agent for help combining your home and auto into a plan that's right for you. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
Sometimes don't you wish you could just wave a magic wand and voila, have a new kitchen or a new bath, a new deck, a sun porch, or a room addition. Make some remodeling magic by calling Casey's hometown lender James B. Nutter & Company about cash-out refinancing. As a homeowner, you could qualify and receive the cash you want to add on or remodel, and still maintain or even lower the monthly house payment you're making now.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
About inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchool.com.
Well, the building blocks in place. 51-win season for the Jazz, 11 more than last season. Gordon Hayward, first NBA All-Star team. And then you have this free agent store that is going to weigh heavily on the fans of the Jazz, including that man right there, Gordon Hayward, who has the player option. George Hill, who has been injured with a toe injury, and Ingles is a restricted free agent. So there's a lot of good going on here. This team is back and relevant once again, but a huge offseason is coming up, and no pieces will be bigger than the Gordon Hayward decision. Dante Exum at the free throw line. I think, though, Kevin, and it was interesting during this last time out as we were away, and, you know, this is turning into a blowout once again. We've had nothing but blowouts in this semifinal round of the NBA playoffs, but there was a little bit of a celebration, a fan appreciation moment here during that timeout. Fans were dancing, they had the lively music going, and you give them a lot of credit. They love their team, and they're back relevant again.
Sabrina's got great energy every time you come in here. They back these guys. I think they see the same thing that everybody sees. Good young players, developing, getting better. Got all-star now in Gordon Hayward. And I just think the future's very bright here for the Utah Jazz. And, you know, one of the biggest things they've got to do this summer is sign out that right there, Gordon Hayward. Rocking out the win isolation time. Well deserved. Good job.
Two big pieces. Gobert and Hayward will exit to a standing ovation. And Hayward will exit with 25 points. And what many Jazz fan hopes is not his final game in a Jazz uniform. And so you talk about Utah and how good they are, a 51-win team, and how well they played this year. And first round victory, the crowd denies that. So set that in place with the Jazz, and then think about this. The Warriors have only trailed in this series for 11 minutes and 55 seconds. As good as Hayward has been, and as good as the Jazz were this season, it has been a show by this super team, the Golden State Warriors.
I'm not sure there's a team in the playoffs playing better than Golden State. There's a guy in Cleveland playing better basketball than anybody in the NBA right now, LeBron James. But this Golden State team is really getting on all cylinders.
Neto is fouled. Cleveland winning their first 8 games, advancing with a couple of sweeps already into the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron James returns once again, and now Golden State is on their way as well.
As you see Quinn there, he's done a great job with this team. Quinn Snyder is the perfect coach. You know, you talked earlier, the Jazz team, he's a gritty guy. I mean, they go out and they play the way he coaches. He gets after guys. He's not afraid to challenge them, and just a tough, hard-nosed guy in his team. And he's coaching a tough, hard-nosed team.
Drift, what you running?
Golden State Warriors are just a better team right now than the Utah Jazz.
I thought it was interesting during our meeting.
Yo, Drift.
On all the things that Golden State does, and then all the things his team needs to do. And then he asked you at the end of the meeting, and I love your comments publicly here, but he asked you, how does Golden State compare
Yo.
to the great Celtics teams you played on against the Lakers on many occasions? And when you start to put together this group of greatest teams ever, you know, where does Golden State fit? We'll find out this year, but so far so good for Cleveland and for Golden State.